I've been called lots of stuff. Yeah, I've done a lot of deed. I've had it rough and tough. You know I've smoked a lot of weed. Mellow, don't you know? Well, I've learned a thing or two, like when and where I should go to, what I should or shouldn't do. I've been left alone, no company, but that's alright with me, 'cause I'm big and ugly. I'm big and ugly. I'd like to let it grow, you know I'm talking about my beard. I'll have you all know that I know sometimes it might look weird, but I got a friend upstairs whom I'll keep confiding in. I know he's there 'cause when I knock he always lets me in. Brings me peace with what it is and what is not for me. To accept what I see, they're looking back at me as big and ugly. Big and ugly. I could have been small and cute and play a flute like a dream, or sing like an angel, maybe play ukulele. But I got to work with my hands and keep dragging it along, banging on that old guitar. Sometimes I'll write a song. I lose a few friends, so it seems I got no enemies. 'Cause what you get is what you see, that's how it is with me, 'cause I'm big and ugly. I'm big and ugly. Big and ugly.
Hey, we're back. What's up, everybody? Friday.
Welcome back to Big Ugly.
Big Uglies.
Big Ugly podcast. Everywhere on the internet you can find the Big Uglies. That's where we are, Big Uglies.
This is the truth. You can find it everywhere on the internet, even on other sites that aren't related to us at all.
Everywhere on the internet you want to find the Big Ugly. Big Ugly.
Did you see me send you the Filipino lady rapping before the show?
Yes.
What is
Yes.
You like?
Do you think, well, first of all, let me say, who do you think is the most popular rapper in the Philippines?
I wouldn't be able to answer that at all, ever.
I think it's worth looking up.
Okay. I'll look it up.
Because I was like, this lady seems like she lives in the U.S. the way she is, but none of them lose their accent when they come here.
Yeah,
ever.
so
Even if they're third generation.
Yeah, you and I were joking about
so
this.
They'll be like, sir, check your burritos and I'm going to rope for you.
They're going to rope for me?
I'm going to rap like the Power Rapper, the rappers, M&M's.
They said someone named Glock 9.
Tupac's.
Glock 9 is who it says the top rapper in the Philippines is.
Listen, They have to be listening to something like wasn't she? What was she rapping to? It was Eminem or something. I forgot
No,
already.
I think it was Lil Wayne, or no, it was Kendrick Lamar.
Oh yeah, it was Kendrick Lamar. That's right.
Yeah. Okay. Flo G is the #1 Filipino rapper on
No,
Instagram.
that's Filipino rapper though.
Yeah.
I mean, like American rap. Like, do you think they're all like Jay-Z fans? There. Like,
Oh, I see what you mean. Who do I
I
think
don't.
is the biggest rapper
I don't mean the most
in the
famous
Philippines? Yeah,
Filipino rapper.
I don't know. First of all, it's probably Manny Pacquiao. Is he the most favorite everything in the Philippines? They were like, you are the best boxer ever. And then he's like, I'm going to run for president of the Philippines. And like, you should do this.
I'm
We
actually
both
American. I'm actually American. Do you know Manny Pacquiao's?
Yeah.
No, I don't.
Yeah, they love their Manny Pacquiao, don't they?
Manny Pacquiao's. What is this? What are you scrolling?
These are Filipino rapists.
Why don't you?
It looks like the same guy.
Why don't you look up who the most popular artist?
rapper in Philippines. Joe Coy. No.
All time.
Yeah, it doesn't. This is what it gives me. Glock 9. Biggest Filipino rapper. This guy.
Nah.
Glock 9. I don't even know who Glock 9 is. Let's listen to him.
I don't think that's how we should ask the question.
Okay, well, you produce the show then, Carl. You pull it up. Pull it up, Jamie. Pull up whatever your brain is telling you want to see that you cannot communicate verbally. I typed in both things. Most popular Filipino rapper, most popular rapper in the Philippines. In both cases, it says Glock 9.
No, just type in the most popular music artists in the Philippines. And use American artists. Say like most popular American artists.
It's not going to do it. It's not going to pull it up. It's going to give me Filipinos. No, not going to give it. Sorry. Now what?
What do you mean? What do you mean?
It's not giving you the result you're asking for. Do you want music charts in the Philippines?
Yeah, isn't that the most popular? Like their Billboard?
Yeah, this isn't giving me anything of value.
I just wonder if they're like other like Eastern European countries where like the most popular song is like a song from like 10 years ago.
Yeah, I'm sure it is. Philippines current Billboard charts.
Have you heard of this artist, Michael Jackson's? Beat it.
Cup of Joe stands at #1 on the Philippines Hot 100 for 10 weeks. The band's hit song Molto still reigns #1 on the chart. So how do we find this song? Molto, Cup of Joe. Here it is. This is the #1 song in the Philippines for 10 weeks running.
This thing right here.
Yeah. Jesus Christ. Load slower. What am I? Fucking Amish computer? Oh, and it's still not registering my YouTube premium account. That's always fun. Here we go. Lady, Philippines. I like a song that doesn't start with song. It's always fun.
Is there sound?
Yeah, the sound is on. It just nothing has kicked in yet. Sound is on. There it is.
Is this like Pootie Tang?
Is she tired from her all-night shift at the hospital? Oh, no. These are not people meant for music videos.
There's literally no sound on my end.
You can't hear sound through your side?
No.
That's weird. I can hear sound. Why
This
is it not giving you
this
sound?
video sucks. I know that. I don't know what it sounds like, but I know it's.
Well, I tell you what it sounds like. It sounds like what you're watching, which is 2 5s fucking. That's what the music sounds like. I don't know why this is not giving me sound. What is that button? Yep, that's what I wanted. Share screen window. Oh, I see. Fuck you, StreamYard. You can only share audio through another Google tab. All right, well then.
Isn't that what that was, though?
No, that's a different browser.
It has to be Chrome.
Has to be Chrome. Good to know, Streamus. All right, now here you go. As if it mattered. No, wrong button. Now I'm playing it on the wrong browser. Here we go. I'll forward it to where it was.
Okay, I hear it now.
Excuse me, will you rap it to fuck?
This is like 80s music. It's like 80s synth.
Ugh. So he puts the coffee down, and now is this the same woman? This is like a different. Is it the same chick?
She's a lady boy.
Oh no! Tell me she's not a lady boy.
That's why he's taking the pictures off.
Can we talk about that? That's the bright side of dating Asian people, is you don't have to take the pictures down when you break up. You might as well leave the same ones up. No one's gonna be able to tell the difference. If I guess of my wife and family, could be 2 wives and families ago. Nobody's gonna know. You don't even have to put your own pictures in when you buy frames in an Asian country. You can just put up whatever's in there. Oh, you have such a
all Asian babies look the same. So you can just put pictures of little Asian babies.
Yeah,
and be like, oh, this is when my kids were born.
Are these your kids? Probably. They probably my kids. You don't know they're not. Prove they're not my kids. Oh, she took them down and now they're right back up. See? That's exactly what I said.
I don't really know what's going on. Oh, is there a dog or something under the sheet? Boom. Tagalog boy, what a.
I like that these are the people that get cast in a music video.
Tagalog is like Spanish Chinese. It's definitely on like a Casio keyboard.
Oh wait, did he die? Is that what we're watching? She's having memories of him and he's dead.
Dude, I don't know.
All right, we're going to need you to try to convey some kind of emotion in this next shot. Okay, I do.
Is she sad?
I don't know. You can't.
Do they get wide-eyed when they're sad?
Yeah, shit. All right, could you give us sad? Yes, I do sad.
My eyes get tiny. My eyes get all tiny when I'm sad and
now
crying.
Give us happy and elated. Okay, I'll do happy. Their faces.
Okay, definitely sad right there. Definitely sad right there, though. Right?
Giving me enough. Also, why is the lamp wrapped in plastic? Is that what you do when someone dies?
They're Asian. That's not him. Oh, these are flashbacks?
It's all flashbacks.
starring Patrick Swayze. Go. Ghost. Oh, they're Filipino. My bad. Duck Ghost. Starring Patrick Swayze as number one for the movie. Wait, come back. Are you ghost? I need to know. How can I hug you and you're ghost? This doesn't make sense.
Yeah,
Please.
it really doesn't make sense.
I'm kissing your box because I don't want you to leave. And you worship devil, and you do all devil worship.
I can't believe. I like how it sounds like Filipino the 1975.
This is Filipino Tears for Fears. Do you not know Tears for Fears?
I know Tears for Fears.
Tears for Fears. Number one in all of Philippines. Number one song.
I'm gonna solve the murder mystery. He woke up and saw what he's fucking in a music video, and he killed himself.
Vitals. And now the number one hit for 10 weeks, Vitals.
Oh, look at those sandals. Ugh. Ew, dude. Also, is there 2 minutes of credits at the end of this piece of shit?
Hello, sirs. These are the credits. At the end of this, watch the resurrections.
What? I love that everything is wrapped in plastic. Is that what they do when they move out?
Dude, this is what happens when legends die, bro. This is the shift, dude. The spirit is just transferred into like this. People would just go like the torch is passed down. It's like it's really not, dude. The flame burns out, and somebody else tries to start a fire made of shit.
Oh, that's funny. Primo said, "Sing the song live." I can't fucking sing. I couldn't even begin to try to. Just imagine the 1975 is all like this. Oh, musical. Like that's basically what it.
1975,
which is also the weight of the woman in the video.
1975.
Oh my god! All right, well that wasn't a planned part of the show.
I'm just saying they're transitioned.
Yeah, but we found a positive of being Filipino or Asian. You don't have to change your pictures ever. So that's a plus.
You're saying Ozzy Osbourne was Filipino?
No, I don't think Ozzy was Filipino. Although he was like, you know, I love.
They never traveled like that far north.
You know what I love about those old artists too, like Ozzy, is that they do have like they're always really much bigger in like foreign countries than they are still in the United States. Like even like Metallica, you watch them in the United States, they're still doing like arenas, but then they go over to like Japan or China, and it's like it's like 1 million people.
Did you see like, Kanye do 70,000 people in China? And he did that. It was just him in the middle of the floor. It looked like a ice rink that's just like a white floor. There's a spotlight on. It's him just in the middle of the floor, and the Hail Hitler comes on, and they're like all like go bananas.
Really,
bro?
Is this 70,000 in Shanghai?
70,000 people in China.
Let's pull this up. I did not see this. Get it?
Yeah, so when you're like, you know how people are bigger in other countries than that? Dude, this is insane.
Nigga higher Hitler. Hold on, where's Heil Hitler? Where is it? But isn't this like a listening party where he wasn't actually singing like all the new ones?
It's called HH is the name of that shit. Dude, it's a concert, dude. It's just him. He just walks around there.
But fellas in Paris, do you see this on the thing?
Uh-huh.
Oh, he actually is singing though. It doesn't look like it's in there.
Go to the clip of where it's just that.
Well, it's not in this.
Yeah, I'm saying go to a clip where it's just that.
I see what you're saying. There it is. Oh yeah, this is it. Yeah, World War III. Oh yeah, it does look like just an empty ice rink.
Dude, the place goes bananas.
Misa Kanye.
If you can hear it, you can hear it in the back. Like it's faint, but it's their people's video, so you know it's not like altered.
Nothing great. Nothing greater than a bunch of Asian people yelling, "Hayura Hitra."
You skipped it, right? What's before that?
The audio of these are terrible. There it is. It's like in here. Oh, what the fuck? Hilarious. That's pretty funny. It's terrible footage, though. Terrible footage. Also, not what we had planned for the show. What do you think about? What do you think about the Chinese singing Heil Hitler?
I mean, it could. It's definitely a case of like white people, Americans, not knowing what Chinese tattoos say.
Oh, for sure, yeah.
And they're like,
it's the how to hit
yay, yay.
Yeah.
And you'd be like, you know what he's saying? I don't speak English.
No, I've seen what happens when a black person walks into one of their McDonald's. I think they know exactly what he's saying. What
we like Mao. Like the conversation just ends. It's like, no, we like Mao.
We like a Mao.
That's a huge following. You got 70,000 Chinese. 70,000 Chinese Heil Hitlers chanting on that show.
Yeah.
And you're like, this guy's career is over.
Yeah. Fucking 70,000.
China World Tour. They're paying him lots of money.
70,000 Chinese. Chinese West.
Chinye.
Oh my god.
Hulk Hogan also died, though. That's another guy who's doing 70,000. That's another thing that wrestling was huge in other countries. Like they had to go to Japan and shit like that before it was like massive here. Like Andre the Giant and Hulk Hogan were responsible for making wrestling big here, as opposed to other countries. Other countries were like wrestling, and we're like that shit's gay.
Right? Well, yeah, I mean, you had New Japan World Wrestling. You know, you had all. It was always big over there. But yeah, it was Hulk Hogan. Without Hulk Hogan, there's no surge of wrestling in the 80s and 90s.
So the backlash for him was like. They're like he fucking went on a rant and said the N-word. Fuck him. It's like that's what your takeaway is? Like, yeah, of course he did.
Yeah.
He's in his 70s. Like,
he's a white guy from Florida in his 70s who did a bunch of roids and drugs and fucked a bunch of porn stars. Like,
brother, let me tell you. If you use the hard R, brother.
Yeah, wasn't that part of his rant in the 80s?
You got to use the hard B too,
listen
brother.
to your parents. Take your vitamins. Eat your vegetables.
Don't be a...
Yeah, don't be...
What? Yeah. I was just talking to the kids, brother.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
he trying to be a good role model, brother.
Say brother with the hard R always. Why would you be shocked that he would say that?
If you're gonna say the hard R, you gotta say the hard B too, brother.
Let me tell you something, brother. Yeah, I'm sure they all.
Now everybody's up in the whole pearly gates up here. Yeah.
Oh, it's so fucking fantastic.
Roddy Piper's gone. Out of all those guys, right? Roddy Piper's gone. Now Hulk is gone. Macho Man's gone. Ultimate Warrior's gone. Chris Benoit is in like some other fucking hellfire.
Chris Benoit is not in the same place as everybody else. He's in the TNA of the afterlife, unfortunately.
He's in. What's the other one? ECW.
Yeah. He's in the ECW of the afterlife.
Extreme. He's just like every night is a barbed wire table.
Exactly. Yeah. He's in the ECW.
Ladder match again.
Yeah. It's just him and New Jack. That's it. Those two guys.
That's it. Over and over again.
Yeah. Chris Benoit and Owen Hart for some reason that we don't understand.
Every day it's them. It's just him and the Dudley Boys in the same match over and over again.
Yeah, just like a total Groundhog Day.
You seen the Peanut Butter Falcon?
Of course, I've seen the Peanut Butter Falcon. They made a movie about a retard whose
dream was wrestling.
With a kid who has Down syndrome. Of course, I'm gonna watch that movie,
dude. When Jake the Snake meets with the kid and stuff, and he's like, "Yeah, I'll wrestle the fucking kid." He's like, yeah. Right? He gives me that look, dude. My brother paused the movie when we first seen it, dude. It was so fucking funny. He just goes, "Look here." Ain't gonna be my first time wrestling a retard. It ain't gonna be my last. So let's get this show over with.
Yeah.
And like that's how they did the choreography. He's like, I'm gonna come at you like this, and I'm gonna come at you like this, and you're gonna do one of those. You got it? And he's like, yeah, I got it. Okay, yeah. I don't got it.
He just rips the snake in half immediately. Just
dude, they're so strong, dude. They're so strong.
I know.
And they're like, "What's your go-to head?" He was like, "Fucking lift." What's your go-to move? He's like, "Lift them."
Yeah,
I lift them over my head. It's like that's gonna be hard to do, dude.
You ever see them lift weights, dude?
I seen one lift a vending machine.
Like as a competition, or
no, just because the quarter was under it. They just like
pretty fantastic.
It's like The Thing or something.
Look at this guy.
It's definitely fantastic.
Hold Hold on. This guy. No problem.
Yeah.
Oh,
Let me go with my neck. Well, my neck. Yeah.
Oh, he's psyching us out. Oh, fuck that, dude. I don't like that. That's stolen valor.
This lifter has Down syndrome, but he doesn't let it hold him back. And he's probably stronger than you.
He's stronger than us. See, I don't see this right here. I don't think you should be letting them work
but he
out.
doesn't let it hold him back.
Also,
and he's probably stronger than
soldiers. Are they not super soldiers?
100%.
They'll follow the orders and be like, listen, dude, you can make us happy. And afterwards, we'll have ice cream and stuff. All you got to do is shoot. You like the guns? That we shoot the guns? Remember we shot the guns yesterday? Yeah. And
but here's the thing. The thing is their faces make it look like they're always maxing. You know what I mean? Because they're always got that face like... And it's like, well, yeah, but it could just be a warm-up rep. You know what I mean? He just always has max face. Yeah, you got it. You're doing it. He said it. He knew.
He knows.
He knows. He's doing it. Yeah, no, they always look like they're maxing out on weights. It's pretty great.
Do you give them steroids?
Oh yeah. What are you gonna do? What's the steroids gonna hurt?
What's it gonna hurt? Nobody can contain that though.
First of all, most of them have these big meaty retard hogs. So
I don't know why you go there. Why is that your go-to with them?
Well, because it's a fucking medical fact.
It's not a medical fact.
All right, well, show
me. The only
me.
medical fact is they have Audi belly buttons that match their uncircumcised dicks.
Yeah. So I didn't know it was uncircumcised. See, now you're sicker than me.
Of course it is. They come out with Down syndrome and they go, I'm not going to touch the dick. He's not going to be eating this.
Yeah, that's always my pushback when these women are always like, oh, I love Tanner from Love on the Spectrum. Yeah, that's what every girl wants in a man. And I go, oh, yeah, fuck him. Go fuck him. And they go,
yeah. I'm really sweet. I like to hold hands. And I like to go out to the park. And I like chicken. Do you like chicken? Yeah. Can I tell you my other favorite animals? I love chickens and hippos and elephants and flamingos. And yeah, that's what they want.
Did you see this clip from Love on the Spectrum when he's like, you can't tickle him. I don't think you can tickle him.
You can't tickle him. I don't think you can tickle him. Yeah, but other than that, can't do that.
Watch with him and
hey, remember that moment that he like briefly seemed like he dropped the act?
Oh yeah, of course.
He's like, "Can I be honest with you?" I told her no.
Yeah, that is gonna be the Love on the Spectrum scandal, is that we're going to find out one of them's faking it. It's going to be like a primal fear.
Well, that fat girl was faking it for sure.
What fat girl?
The one that went out with James?
I don't know. I don't remember who that was. Oh, yeah. No, but she's not on the show. She's not a cast member. I'm saying an actual cast member. We're going to find out a cast member's faking it. Like, somebody's going to leak a tape of Connor just being like, so anyway, I was finger fucking these two chicks. And they're like, Connor? And he's like, my lady.
It's probably that chick, Danny.
You think she's faking it? No. I think she's just a cunt. Yeah, she's not. She was mad that her religious boyfriend wouldn't fuck her. She's like, what is a relationship if we're not banging?
DJ Tyler. Oh yeah.
That's your favorite guy.
Oh yeah.
Tyler's your favorite guy, right?
Oh yeah. A sharp. That song's in the key. Oh yeah. What else? Oh yeah. That's right. DJ Tyler.
What's his name? Tyler White. Yeah.
Yeah, DJ Tyler. Oh yeah.
Randy Travis surprises Tyler White on stage. First of all, this is already insane. There are musicians who fucking grind their entire life.
Oh, he's so bad. Have you heard him singing?
Opry. And
it's so bad.
Like,
it's so
we'll
bad.
let you on stage at the Opry.
It's so bad, bro.
I have not heard this. I have not heard this.
He can't carry a tune. You muted it? I can't hear it.
Oh, I have it on
As a robin on a springtime windowsill, and longer than the song of a whippoorwill.
Look at his little saunter.
Like they had to tell the crowd ahead of time. Please welcome the retarded kid from the one show.
Thank you. Thank you so much for an all out. God bless you.
Ladies and gentlemen, Tyler White.
Thank y'all. This is my dream. I have no
And then they
talent.
surprised Randy Travis, like so.
Randy Travis.
Like so old and diseased. I think he's got like Parkinson's or something.
Oh, then what is it? No, he's just impersonating him.
That's fucked up. Let me show you something.
Yeah, he does look like Fire Marshal Bill. Do they do a duet, or do they both explode into the sun? Oh
Tyler,
my God!
We just want to say thank you so much for loving country music, especially some Randy Travis. Thank you for loving the Lord and for finding the silver linings in life. You're such an inspiration to so many. So thank you. God bless you. We love you.
Oh, I thought he was going to go in and make out with her. He switched levels there when he was going in.
There's my girlfriend over there. Oh yeah, she's a hot piece of something. Oh yeah.
Dude, I mean, okay, so if you watch our show and you do not watch Love on the Spectrum, dude, you're way behind and you're missing out, because I got to tell you,
we have lore.
The scene, the
makeout scene,
the scene when this kid
in
meets
front of
this
their
girl's
parents,
fucking parents, dude. I have never.
It's television gold.
Like, I have never screamed fucking louder in my life. Like, Carl could hear me through
you
the
don't
wall.
like you don't like PDA anyway.
I hate PDA. Yeah, 100%. Oh yeah, this was also really cringe too when Tyler met Jack Black and basically he's like making out with him. He's like in his face, like, I love you, Jack. I love you, Jack.
Oh, Tanner.
Look at it. Yeah, look at him. He's in his mouth.
Yeah. I love you, Jack. We can hang out, Jack.
Yeah, he's Jack, you're my best friend. Jack, you're my best friend. He's just gonna start jerking him. Yeah, look at that. Look, and he's just like right in his ear. Just no personal space. Midge, get an arm in there and just, yeah, see how she almost reached for like a collar. Look at him. He's like, let me cover my mouth so they don't see what I'm saying to you, even though we're both mic'd. Yeah.
Speaking of covering their mouths,
this is our favorite. Our favorite is James.
Speaking of covering their mouths, Hockey Canada.
Oh yeah, this is a good one.
Has now
let's get
dismissed all the charges have been dismissed for all the kids involved in the Hockey Canada rape scandal. The 5 acquitted boys.
All 5. Okay, so this is where we're going to get into the actual Big Uglies kind of show. All 5 former hockey players found not guilty of sexual assault. Okay,
this is like the Duke lacrosse thing.
I want to be very clear about this because the people's reaction to this is really bothering me. So if you don't know the Hockey Canada story, apparently
people's reactions to the fact that they got off.
Apparently,
acquitted.
What happens in hockey tournaments in Canada when they win a thing is that they all fuck the same chick together as like a rite of passage. You know how everybody drinks out of the cup? Okay, so it's kind of like that, but the cup is a lady, and
they drink out of her.
They drink out of her, and they just replace the cup with a lady's vagine. So gross, but completely consensual, and everyone is sort of like well, even though these boys were acquitted, it's still a crime and they still should not be welcomed back in. That's how the justice system works. I hate to tell you, but when somebody goes, a crime has been committed, and then a judge goes, actually, no, I don't think so. I think this is a skank, and I think she wanted to get fucked by an entire hockey team, and all the evidence says that, and you can find that gross, but no crime has been committed. That's it. That's the end of it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Fucking fly in here. It's driving me nuts. Yeah, so and the players, former Philadelphia Flyers goalie Carter Hart, one of Adam Foote's kids, Cal Foote, Dylan Dubé, Alex Formenton, and then Michael McLeod are the 5 players. So, all of these players acquitted. And basically when you go through the transcripts and you listen to the, I think Carter Hart was the only one who testified. And was
but they had their lives ruined. They were guilty before proven innocent.
Yeah, it's the same thing we talk about all the time.
Their lives were essentially ruined. No team wants to, and it's one of those things like no Canadian team is going to touch these kids, which is fine. They can go to, because the American press is not covering the story the same way the Canadian press is. And the same reason that they boarded up Melrose Avenue when they thought Trump was going to win again in 2020.
Mm-hmm.
It's because people fear the liberal backlash and what the left's response to things are. And the reason that they're like, this is a miscarriage of justice, and they're still carrying on about it even after a verdict, is because that's the same ideology. They make up their minds at somebody they don't like or whatever the outcome is before they even hear the facts of the case. And even if the person is found not guilty, or if no wrongdoing was had, or whatever the case may be, these same people with the same ideologies think that like no, we have to like get them somehow, and this is a travesty. It's just like when that's why they boarded up. They didn't think that Trumpers were going to smash up windows and stuff because they won.
Yeah.
No, they feared that the losers who can handle it, who don't know how to cope, and most of that stuff is cope. Like when it comes to these public rape cases, it's like a lot of women live in this like vicarious sort of thing because they feel if they went through something, it wasn't quite rape, but they feel like they should have some sort of justice for it because somehow they feel they were wronged, even though if they weren't wronged. Their regret then turns to resentment, turns to, some weaponized actionable thing, whether it's like a vengeful civil suit, whether it's trying to get a guy criminally in trouble. There's a lot of things that you can look at and you say, well, where are these vindictive women getting the audacity? And it's like this whole thing is perpetuated by the system, I think, that they put in place. Like, honestly, dude, how did this happen years ago? There's no way in my mind that in the 60s, and say even when there was free love, this and all that people were just having gangbangs and stuff like that.
Yeah,
like
not
kids,
all,
like 15-year-olds and shit weren't all doing the same.
This infantilization of women, where some of them aren't trying to get fucked by 5 guys at the same time, is insane. And this is the thing that drives me nuts. Is like, if so, you got a porn star in the UK who's trying to break records every time she opens her legs. 100 in a day, 1,000 in a day. I'm going to try to do 10,000 dicks in a day. And people go, so empowering, right? Because she's getting money out of this, right? And then
how many people really think that that's empowering?
I think a lot of dumb women think it's empowering. Yes. I think a lot of dumb women think she's getting one over on the system. She's thwarting the patriarchy because she charges admission for her pussy. Okay? And that's a great grift. And then in the same token, we can believe that a woman who consensually fucks 5 hockey players
is not capable of making that
is not capable
decision.
of making the decision is absolutely a victim. There's no way she had any autonomy in making this decision because these are big.
But even if you made the case, even if you make the case like, hey, some chicks like to get fucked by 5 guys, they go, Your Honor, there's no way that's true. Motion to strike. You're like, what?
Yeah, and then
no, I know a couple of them.
Yeah, I have. Can I submit? If I were to submit evidence for that, it would be like the Christmas letter scene in Miracle on 34th Street. Just bags and bags and bags of examples of evidence of women who like to get fucked by a lot of guys at the same time. Yeah. Listen, there's sick people out there, okay? People have willingly fucked me. So this is all you need to know.
Those are sick fucks.
Is this sick, disgusting place.
Sick world.
Every woman who does something sick and disgusting is not a victim. All right? Like, that's just not what it is. And this idea, there's already a million think pieces at New York Times, Wall Street Journal, The Athletic. There's a million think pieces coming out about how this is yet another situation where justice wasn't served because the men got away with it. What did they get away with? Their careers are ruined. The NHL is probably never going to... And the NHL came out...
It's 5 Trevor Bauers.
Yes, the NHL just basically came out today and issued a statement and said, just because they're innocent, we're going to look at it, we're going to decide if we're going to let them back in the league. And it's like, why the fuck would you not let them back in the league? These teams, let the teams decide if they want to deal with the PR disaster or whatever. But I'm going to tell you right now, if I'm the Edmonton Oilers, and I know that I'm a pretty good goalie away from closing it out in a Stanley Cup final, I don't give a fuck how many think pieces you write. Carter Hart is my opening night goalie if I'm the Edmonton Oilers. I go get the kid, I sign him to a deal, and I let him play hockey.
He hasn't played in a year. I don't know about opening night.
Year and a half. Yeah, but I can sign him to a 1-year prove-it deal. If he's a shell of his former self, he's still as good as Stuart Skinner. He's still he's an NHL goalie. When he was at his best, he might have been a top 5 or top 10 NHL goalie. Definitely a top 10. So I don't know if he's a top 5. I don't know if you put him in over Bob or you put him in over Ottinger or who's the kid up in Winnipeg?
Definitely not, especially with a year of rust.
But my point, but the crazy thing is like there have been goalies in the past who have missed a year with injury or contract dispute or something and have come back and have been phenomenal.
Yeah.
So,
I just don't like the fact that they already, first of all, this decision and this court case in Canada, we had an episode about this is retroactive.
This is from 2017 or 18.
They went back in time after they were presumed innocent or cleared after an investigation anyways.
In the first place.
They went back in time. It was just like, well, we're going to go ahead and bring charges. And you're like, what?
Yeah, so already the fact that the NHL like a double jeopardy, right?
Yeah,
like
for the NHL releasing a statement like that, like, come on, what the fuck are you doing? It's Trevor Bauer shit. I'm telling you, there's just 5 Trevor Bauers. You're not gonna be able to convince a Canadian team to do that when there's like, we'll look into it. The Florida Panthers can sign Carter Hart to be a 2 for Bob.
Yeah, until Bob.
You want to talk about a 1-year prove it deal? Who better to be on the team going for the 3-peat?
I agree.
I think you're talking. What's the other kid? Foot.
Calfoot.
Yeah, go have him sign in Utah and Minnesota and Buffalo and because these teams,
Alex Formenton was like
any American team, Columbus.
Yeah,
I just mean an American team in general because the press matters in that regard. It's like Not saying that they want to escape it, but dude, this is a nothing burger story for American teams.
Totally.
If you go to a small market American team, you can play hockey again.
Guy got a fucking blowjob. What are we talking about? You're supposed to never play hockey again because the chick sucked your dick at a party? That's what we're talking about.
That's what parties are for.
Yeah. Chick sucked Carter Hart's dick at a party. And you know what his punishment should have been? He should have been high-fived to death by his fucking teammates. You know what I mean? But like,
he should have got another blowjob.
Yes. Should have. By the way, if I were the judge in Canada, I found out she was lying, that it was an assault, and that she was there willingly and blowing everybody, I'd make her blow everybody again as a sentencing.
All right.
Like, now you gotta suck everybody.
What? Well, I'm gonna pull out my dick. You're gonna have to suck me right here in this courtroom.
Yeah.
Why? You'd be like, well, you sucked everybody else's dick, and you seem like you want to go home. So,
do you remember when they made OJ try the glove on? It would be like that. I would do it like that. We're gonna need you to put his cock in your mouth one more time, man, to see if it fits.
If it don't fit, it might just rip.
Yeah. So I mean, the Hockey Canada thing has me enraged because I'm a huge hockey fan. I watch hockey constantly, and it's like this is also like the thing that bothers me about.
But the NHL having the statement is the part that bothers me.
But yeah, I agree. But here's what bothers me about this. This is the most pearl clutching white people shit that you'll ever see in your life, because basically 5 guys hung around sipping wine coolers and getting their dick kissed. And this is a scandal. And you know that the NFL black player equivalent of this is that this woman gets fucked almost to death. Like, and it's not like the amount of these kinds of stories that happen in college football that never even make it to an accusation. It's like, it's insane. If I pulled
Georgia's got a whole department that covers this shit.
If I pulled 10 SEC black football players into a room and said, "Do you think this is a crime?" They'd be like, "Nigga, this is a Tuesday down at the clubhouse. What are you talking about?"
They literally go like, "I ain't know you couldn't do that.
You can't. You ain't supposed to."
You mean you can't? You mean you can't? And it's like laundry list of things that is probably illegal. I never knew you couldn't.
Yeah. I mean, this is like, if
fucking an ass is illegal in Alabama, that's crazy.
Yeah, if what happened to this girl in Canada happened to 5 black football players in the SEC, she'd get a Yelp complaint for not doing enough. You know what I mean? Like,
well, there are those girls too, and that's like you see it in Hollywood all the time. It's what black dudes always claim that they're gonna white women cry about. Soon as she get caught fucking you, she gonna cry rape. Like,
yeah, of course. Oh yeah,
and that's always the case too. Is just like she gets caught with them climbing out of her window, and all of a sudden she's like, I don't know what happened. They must have came in and raped me.
Well, I mean, the Brian Burns story doesn't help with that. Although that wasn't a white girl, that was a black chick.
Banks, Brandon Banks.
Yeah, what I say,
Brian Banks.
Burns. Yeah, Brian Banks. Yeah.
Well, she even
straight up lied, said he raped her.
She lied, had a story concocted with the mom, and the
mother.
They took the money from Long Beach Unified School District, like all the money and shit, and then somehow they like put a lien on it, got the money back, or tried to. Somehow.
No, they made them pay it back. They had to pay every dime back, and I think the one of them, I don't know if it was the woman or the mother, got prison time for lying, for perjury. So
it should happen to all of them, but
the problem
his
with
football career was ruined.
By the time he was vindicated, he was like pretty much retirement playing age for the position.
Yeah, they gave him a spot on the Falcons in camp, and then he was a camp body, and they just couldn't hack it because he didn't have the experience. He was just out of his depth.
Well, he was a 26-year-old guy who hadn't played football in 4 years or 5 years. So
longer.
Yeah.
Because he went after high school. He was supposed to go to USC.
Yeah.
And he was in there all of college and then came out at 26. So he was in there. It was like a 7 years or some shit like that.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's one of the most You know, and what's crazy about that, Brian Banks, we've said many times we'd love to have him on the show, but what's crazy about the Brian Banks thing is like now he's like a motivational speaker and like just tries to warn young men of like, hey man, like fucking stay away from him, dude.
Yeah, get a God-fearing church girl.
Yeah. And it's
teach her to suck your dick.
But like I would be filled with so much rage that I would have gone out and done what they had already put me in prison for. Like
I wish I had really raped a bitch.
Yeah, I mean seriously, dude. It's like they stole this man's fucking life. You know?
I kind of wish at some point that like he had robbed them or something.
Yeah. I wish he had done something, you know? And so it's like, and this is the problem is this is where the liberals get it wrong is they look at the Brian Banks story and then they just go, well, then all black people must be innocent. It's like, no, totally missed it. You missed the mark entirely. Because
on the other end of that,
innocent.
Because the other end of that coin is the black person who's doing the lying and the fraud.
Right, exactly. Like there's another black person committing multiple felony crimes. As you're
off
saying,
the back of that black person.
Right. Exactly.
At the expense of that black person.
Exactly. Like,
it's not a 50-50 thing.
It's insane, man. It's insane. And you know, so these stories, we've covered all of these stories from Trevor Bauer to Patrick Kane. Remember the Patrick Kane story was similar to Brian Banks. It was like a mother and daughter concocting. They tried to go to his house and plant evidence in his house. They tried to break into his house and plant evidence.
Just sucks if you have a reputation of being like a hothead like that. Like I always fear that, you know, like Morgan Wallen will catch a case like that or something because he's just like so promiscuous. He has these stories about like fucking girls in the bathroom of a Nashville bar and shit and like just doing that. And like,
yeah, he's going to get Roethlisbergered.
Yeah, some chick could just be like, and he raped, because then you see it and it's like a drunken night with a guy who girls just give pussy nonstop. And then there's one girl who's just like, let me see how much I can get out of this. Right. And they'll do it. Now, I'm not saying that what's his name has been, you know, a well-behaved gentleman, but they do it to like Connor. It's been done to.
Oh, yeah.
Anybody who's like them. So like in Patrick Kane's case, do you remember him and his brother like got in trouble because they like fucking would like punch a cab driver in Buffalo and shit and just like run out in the cab and you're like you're in the NHL, what the fuck are you doing? It's like,
well
it's like,
this is the thing is like this I think this is really what it boils down to is like women have this mindset of like they all think if I just get in front of the guy, like if I just get in front of Leonardo DiCaprio, if I just get in front of, you know, Timothy Chalamet,
I'll
like,
charm him to death. Like women have never charmed a man ever.
He'll choose me. Like, and I know this because I told you when my ex was working at the stadium with all these other like 20 somethings, that was like their game plan. They were like, oh, I'm going to work these events. And one of these celebrity basketball players or somebody is going to come in here and then just rescue me from my life.
Yeah, like so like they do the status climb too. So they want to get, that's their toe in the water too. Is like, all right, they're fucking athlete. Then somebody sees them out with the athlete and they get with this, and then they moved on to some like producer or guy who does all the he's like digital marketing for Nike or some shit, right? Like that.
But here's my point. Here's my point is that so that happens. They get in front of the celebrity, and then they do charm him or whatever, and then he takes them into a bathroom and fucks them, and they're going, "Oh my god, I did it! I'm over the finish line." And then he goes, "Okay, bye forever," and they go, "Whoa, wait a minute."
Yeah, like, I thought you were gonna marry me, Justin Bieber.
You don't leave me at the ball, motherfucker. Like, and the glass slippers right here. Take me now.
Yeah.
No, that ain't what it is. And then they go, oh, well, now I've been stolen from because of fantasy that I created in my mind. You robbed me of that. And he goes, well, I don't fucking know about that. I didn't agree to that. And they go, no. You stole my fantasy from me. And now I'm owed reparations.
Yeah, that is actually how they think.
Reparations. I'm owed
Yeah,
reparations.
it is reparations. I mean, it's a
name of the episode.
I mean, it's a crazy mindset to have because it starts from a place of pure selfishness and narcissism from the beginning.
Yeah.
And
yeah,
and it so if it's a status climber, that bitch is looking at even that first one. I just need to get in front of so and so because I know they'll like eye up which B-level celebrity they know they could get, so that being with them could make them look a little better, get a little money in their pocket, maybe some skincare routine items, and then let's go out to here. We never go out anymore, and they want to go out so they can rub shoulders with the next thing that they want.
Yeah, they want
and
people
that
to
next
see them
thing
with that person.
Exactly. So that's when they status climb, and unfortunately, this entire city is that.
Yeah.
Any, I mean, it's Friday night. They're about to turn it on in about an hour here. So you can feel the vampire start to.
Yeah.
Daywalker.
Starting to board up the windows like Lost Boys in here.
That's the but these hoes ain't loyal. Hey, because the funniest part is when they don't get chosen.
Oh yeah, no, that is my. You want to talk about what I jerk off to? That I like when they don't get picked, and boy, do they do a lot of them not get picked. You know what I mean? I remember when
you say that's what you're jerking off to.
Yeah. You know, I remember it's so funny. Like, you know, I remember the conversation that you and I had about, you know, when my breakup happened. And, you know, when you're in a relationship with women and you fight, sometimes they'll be like, if I wanted a rich guy, I could there's a line of them out the door. Like there's a line of them out the door waiting for me. Right. And then when it was time to move out, I was like, where is the line of people that have signed up to be on the waiting list for where are they? I don't see anyone. Take the test. Where's the roster? Where's the line of there's not a one. There's not a one out here who's like, I'm here. I showed up for the game. Remember, I was on the list. And now I'm first on the list. There wasn't a single one.
They're ungrateful. Them bitches don't know how good they have it. There wasn't
a single one who was like, yeah, I'm here to help. What do I lift? You know? And that's the part you gotta laugh at. You just gotta go, yeah, well, the reality is you're 37 and you suck. So, you know, there's a lot of 21s out there that also suck, but their pussy is fresh and it doesn't taste like shoe leather. So, you know, that's what you're up against. That's what you're up against.
Shoe leather.
Shoe leather, yeah.
You think the Nelk boys eat shoe leather pussy?
Yeah. Oh, first of all, I think the Nelk boys are going to be eating shit for the next 6 months or whatever. I saw a comment somewhere on Reddit because I was looking up the Nelk boys interview with Netanyahu, and somebody said from the screenshot, they were like, I've never seen two guys look more uncomfortable wearing suits. Which is so perfectly true about that interview. But it almost is like when you look at their posture and even as they're asking Netanyahu questions, it's like they know that this whole thing was a mistake. Like this is where you're like, what if we get the Netanyahu interview and it all sounds good in theory, and then you're sitting there and you're like, this was not the move.
Did you see that they like StreamYard fucking interviewed and had a thing with Fuentes?
Yes, they had Fuentes on right afterwards.
Dude.
And they were like, you don't seem like that bad a guy, Nick.
And he was just like, you guys had these people, they were like, gave you talking points and you read them. That's what it felt like. And they were like, pretty much. And he's like, yeah, what the fuck did you do that for?
You guys just had the devil, okay?
Yeah, that shit is funny as fuck, dude. That fucking dork be telling it like it is with them.
Well, this is the thing about Nick is like
that dork's gonna be president one day.
I know.
The way this country is.
I know, 100%. Well, and this is the problem is that you bring up a really good point. Here's the thing that we all love about Nick is that nobody ever questions if Nick is telling the truth. Like, you might disagree with what he's saying, and he might be wrong, but he is telling the truth. He is saying what he really thinks. And even in this situation now, where so many people voted for Donald Trump because he so-called told the truth, and now the Epstein shit is out, and he's like, it turns out it was nothing, and everyone goes, well, we know that's not the truth, and we know that you supposedly told Israel to stand down, and they kept firing rockets and missiles. That's not the truth. So either you're a cuck or a liar. What is it? You know what I mean? So when people joke that like Nick Fuentes is going to be the next president, he will, because people would rather have a guy who hates Jews who's being honest than a guy who says all the right things who is a fucking liar.
Yeah.
That's what we're going to devolve into.
And for somehow the left is also on the Jew hater train. Like super Jew hater. There's the Free Palestine people, and then there's the like beyond that. They're like, I just want two countries to live in peace. And the other one is like, they will all burn and die and drown in the river of their own blood and die and kill.
Yeah, I mean, this is the one thing that, and I don't know, I honestly can't speak to this enough because I don't watch enough Fuentes. But like the problem I have with like the right-wing Groyper guys, criticism of Israel and criticism of the Talmud, which I agree with, all of those things. I don't think the Talmud is good, but I also don't think that it's that it's like the only contributing factor to like the shit that people criticize about Jews. Because as Gavin is very quick to point out, like most of the poisonous Jewish shit in Western culture comes from liberal elite atheist Jews that are not, practicing of the religious faith at all. They're sort of like Jews in name only, right? Ginos. And but the concern I have with like those people is that a lot of them will also prop up Islam in the process of criticizing Israel and the Talmud and Jews. And it's like, well, that's fucking retarded. Like, that is an incestuous, barbaric, murderous regime and religion whose prophet is a pedophile warlord. Like, you don't have to pretend they're good just because you want to criticize the Jews in Israel.
Yeah, you can just say that they're both pieces of shit.
They both are awful. They're both awful. That's a perfectly reasonable, tolerable thing. So, it's just but I think those kids damaged whatever. Like, there's a thing at a time when like Vine first started having all the ads, and then I went to Instagram and went to this. And there was like a choice that people made. Like, they did whatever thing that they did for people to watch them, right? Online, like whatever their little niche thing to get followers was, they did. And then they made a choice. I'm either going to be a full-time influencer and hawk these products that they send my way, or I'm just going to keep doing this and probably not make money at this shit because people are going to like really put stuff out. And I think the Nelk boys are in that range. Yeah.
And point where they're like going to go, well, we just make a lot of money and somebody owns our pot. We're just going to keep doing that.
Yeah, and this
because
is the problem.
They're at a point now where nobody cares what those kids have to say about anything.
Well, yeah, and then this is the problem I have. Like, and you and I were talking about this earlier this week about the conflict between the concept of content and art, right? And so, like, I was watching. You got me turned on to The Fold, which is Nadav's poker show with comics in Austin, which is great. I love it. It's very entertaining. I love watching poker shows. It's even cooler watching it with comedians. But there was this back and forth between JJ, I can't remember his name. He's a Jewish comic, opens for Ryan Long out of New York. Lieberman, a very Jewish name. JJ Lieberman, and then Rick Dietz, And Lieberman is talking about making content 24/7 and feeding the algorithm, feeding the machine. And Rick Dietz is like, I don't want to do that. I don't want my comedy and my art to be influenced by some fucking algorithm. And I don't want to be writing to that, and I don't want to be working to that. And so to me, when you look at the Nelk Boys, it's like, when you become so committed to the machine of content, we gotta raise the stakes, we gotta do that because we gotta feed the beast, we gotta make the money. It's like, of course you're gonna have on Netanyahu. All roads lead to the fucking rich, bastardous oligarchs. Like, inevitably, you're going to climb the ladder of having to make content to where you're going to get to something that is completely morally reprehensible in the name of driving views and making money.
Yeah, because when you go just the content route, that's selling out to me. That's the modern
100%. That is selling out. It's going, well, this is what the people want, and it's like, what do you want?
Right. It's like Noel Gallagher said, man. He's like, right, the people don't fucking right. The people didn't want Jimi Hendrix, but that's what the fuck they got, right? The people didn't want Sergeant Pepper's, but that's what the fuck they got, right? If I made music for what the people fucking wanted, I'd never pick up a fucking guitar, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah.
And it's like,
well said.
It's like, yeah, dude, I would never pick up a microphone just to be like, man, this is what the people want to hear. I go, fuck that, dude. This is what I think is funny.
Yes.
This is what I think is hilarious. And I can make my friends laugh and I can make this room laugh. I know what I think is funny is about to be said. Let me try and say this in another funny way.
And listen, there are people out there who have sort of found the way to thread the needle and do a little bit of both, right? Like, I think, you could even look at South Park as an example of this, where they're good at sort of saying, like, what is the flavor of the week, right? Like, what are people talking about? What is the most current event? The fact that they build that show 6 days out from air, it allows them to stay on the cutting edge and topical, and then they have to find a way to marry that to their sense of humor and the world that they've created and their characters. But yeah, this idea that you're just sort of steering, like, well, what do I think will work? That means you're not an artist. It means you're a commercial product manufacturer, and sometimes you probably border on propaganda.
Yeah, and that's why people are going like, can you believe CBS with Colbert? I go, you mean the $100 million budget guy who lost them $40 million on top of that? Yeah, I can believe it. It's not like they fucking just axed him because they're just like, fucking president said we got to get rid of this guy. It's the same network as South Park. What are you talking about? Yeah. They gave them $1 billion to make fun of Trump.
1.5.
Yeah, but I'm saying, so like,
to brutally roast Trump, brutally roast him. And by the way, like, as somebody who voted for him, I think Trump 100% deserves getting roasted like that, because he's turned into everything he said he wasn't.
Yeah. He's the swamp that he was going to drain.
You become the swamp. You walked into the swamp and were like, God, it feels nice in here.
Actually, I like the swamp. Why are we draining the swamp? The water's warm.
Great guy.
There's gators in here. I like the alligators.
To look the American people in the eye and go, I don't know why you're still talking about Epstein, is fucking insane.
Yeah, that shit is ludicrous.
It's insane. You know what I mean? Like, that. It's just like, and then to try to like pull this wool over our eyes, like, well, we're trying to protect the victims. Fuck.
Nobody pulls the wool over the eyes of a Gambini.
Yeah.
Serious? It's a hoax. In fact, it's not a hoax. There's going to be a phase 2, and we're going to roll it out.
I mean, it is. And it's funny because people are giving Tim Dillon shit because apparently he had dinner with J.D. Vance a couple nights ago or like a week ago or whatever, and was like, dude, you guys got to reverse course on this because your whole fucking shit will be blown up from handling this wrong. And I think it's so funny because, the leftists will look at Tim Dillon and Theo Vaughn and Joe Rogan and go, they're in the pockets of conservatism. Like, they had all these guys on their podcasts and they're to blame for getting them elected. And but then nobody wants to give Tim credit for going, yeah, I have a friend, I'm friends with the vice president, and I sat down with him and told him, you guys fucked this one up. And you gotta change this and flip it because nobody's buying this shit.
It's just crazy that these guys are the conservatives when they're super liberal, weed smoking, former drug addicts, fucking comedians. Like,
yeah, I mean,
this is not the face of conservatism. Nothing. I don't think any of their policies that those three guys even believe in are like super small government on that. They're just kind of approaching things from like a logical sanity sort of
common
perspective.
sense. Yeah.
Yeah. And it seems like it's a right wing extremist position. And it's also why, these hater trolls really respond to like, fuck you, you fucking stupid MAGA shit. I'm like, dude, I'm not. First of all, I voted for Trump. That's not MAGA. It was either that or Kamala. Like, they don't let us really choose here.
It was MAGA or NAGA.
Yeah.
I was not going with the latter.
So, but we see it when we go like, oh, I know why this guy hates me. I go to their page and they're just like, fuck Trump, I hate Trump, blah blah blah. And
they all have TDS.
So they see anybody that's to the right of center making jokes or thing, you're like, they want to take it as an opportunity to be like, I'm gonna fucking own you or take you down a peg because you shouldn't have these beliefs. Funny people should think like this. Right? Mm-hmm. And they can't believe that these guys became these like conservative voices without even looking in the mirror like, oh shit, did we just shift this far left that these fucking momos are now right wing? Right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Like, because I think they're pretty much centrists. Theo Vaughn and Joe Rogan are fucking like.
I would argue that they're left-leaning centrist also.
Yeah.
Most of them are pro-choice. Most of them are not religious or wouldn't subscribe. If they are, they would never claim to be anything more than spiritual. You know what I mean? And so yeah, they're hardly conservative at all.
Yeah, and Tim is like a fucking like a bush rhino. Like,
yeah.
It's like big spending Republican.
Yeah, he likes rich. He likes 1%er. The idea of 1%er elitism.
Yeah.
Like, and then what's funny about Tim is that he's always like, listen, the minute they open the door and let me in and give me the robes and shit, fuck all you. So I'll walk over there. I'll take the money. I will sell out. I'll do whatever they tell me to do.
Yeah. I always find that funny when those like the trolls, that's what they like harp on.
Well, if you think about it though, too, it really is like, to me, it's very interesting when you look at the cross section of like our fans versus our haters. Like our haters often all have the same personality type profile. They're all liberal. They're all extremely anti-Trump, anti-Republican, anti-religion. They're also most of the time failed artists or failed performers in some capacity. And then they all have almost all of them have a very mindless sort of 9-to-5 existence. They work in tech, they work in advertising, they work in graphic design, they work in something like that. And where the animosity and the hatred comes from is like not understanding the artist mindset of like, listen, I'm going to do this no matter what the public thinks, and I'm going to try to find people that like it. Whereas the minute that they put something of themselves out there and it wasn't adored and didn't make them wildly successful, they quit and threw in the towel. Or if they got an ounce of criticism, they quit and threw in the towel. And that's why they consume mindless reaction content, because that is who they are. Their only relationship with art or creation is reacting to other people trying to do it and being able to criticize it or shit talk it or whatever. And then on the flip side, the people who like us oftentimes are other creative, artistic people. So, like, most of our diehard fans are
artistic, yes.
Are artistic people. They're yes, or autistic. Yeah, but they're like musicians, painters, and that's just me thinking porn stars, like the people, if you want to call that art. I mean,
it's industrious.
Yeah, so entrepreneurial types, like those, the sort of dreamer people that actually believe in themselves and are trying to do something with their lives tend to like what we do, or like us as people.
I gotta be honest with you, they're Jewish.
Yeah. Okay, so that's an easier way to put it.
There's also a common ideology about the way people consume the content versus art.
Yes.
And it's a way of like, and we'll probably
Well,
wrap this
you
up.
brought this up about sort of mindless consumerism.
Yeah. So it's just they use the term on us when they're selling, when they talk. Just watch a local news story talk about spending habits of like the local people, and they're just like, well, consumers are out this summer and they really spend, and you're just like, consumer, why you call us consumers? That's right. I find that fucking, nobody once with all like the politically correct stuff, nobody once goes, hey, I'm offended by that, you shouldn't call us that, because they know at the end of the day it was just like, yeah, I'm a mindless consumer, just buying shit, right?
Yeah.
And
well, that's the line from Fight Club that resonated with me the hardest, when he says, we work jobs we hate to buy shit we don't need.
To impress people that we don't even like.
That don't matter, that we don't even like or care about. And it's like, and so it's funny when people are like, oh, then you're fucking broke or whatever. It's like, yeah, I can make more money. For what? To impress you? To buy shit I don't need? Like, what? My bills are paid. I'm obviously not starving. I think we can all see that. Right? So like, I'm happy. I'm good. If I aspire to do more or want more, I'll go make more. Like, but the reality is I wake up every day, do what I want. I'm not chasing some fucking dragon of like, what are the people going to like? What's going to put me over? What's going to make me like, I didn't get into this to be famous. If I ever thought, if I had the foresight to think that I was going to make it in any way, I would have picked a stage name so that I didn't fucking get fired the minute I said something unpopular from every day job that I had at the time. You know what I mean? So like, I would have made different choices if my goal from the beginning was to be famous.
Yeah, I don't think I ever thought that it was a possibility. Like I'm just gonna be like, well, if this doesn't work out, I'm gonna do a regular thing. Like I think my shit was like, I'm probably gonna die, have CTE, and I probably shouldn't be in an office. That's how I looked at it.
Yeah. Thanks, Merrick. Merrick just said, what happened to your mic? Apparently, at some point, my mic turned off, and it was my internal audio. Sorry about that, guys. So I guess the audio on my side is going to suck for this whole episode.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Let us know about that when that happens. It should be fixed now. I just changed my audio input, but yeah, apparently it was pulling the audio from the computer and not from my microphone. I can't hear that because the monitor I get comes through the P4.
Can I not? I don't think I can hear that either.
You can't hear a difference? No, because you're hearing me through the P4 as well. You're not hearing what's going out.
Yeah.
So,
going back to like the consuming and the content versus art sort of space is like, that's what people don't care about, and why they're like, hey, just put out content. Why? Because at night they just want to see content. I don't need it to be quality. I just need a lot of it, because I want to scroll and I want it to keep going. I just want to keep scrolling until I fall asleep.
Yeah.
And I can't keep scrolling if there's not just endless content. So but art is not even something they want to watch or consume. They're not interested in it.
Yeah.
Because have you ever, I know you've had this instance where you sat down and you're like, hey, let's watch a movie. And they just have their phone in their hand or something. It's like, then they have a question. And you'd be like, well, if you put down your fucking phone and watched it, we wouldn't be asking me these questions. And then they'll go, yeah, but like, I have to be in like the mood to like watch something. I go, why? We said we were going to watch something. Why do you have to like do that? And part of that is because they just are used to scrolling TikTok and Reels all day. Yeah. And that the content comes to them in 7-second things. Somebody explains everything to them. So there is no art to them. And the other aspect I'll say about it is it comes.
You brought up something I don't want to forget here. You're highlighting that. So basically what you're saying is that muscle atrophies their ability to even interpret art, because they're just consuming other people's opinions about things and their perspective.
Well, there's another reason why they can't even interpret it. And that's there is no reverence of God in their life anymore.
Correct.
Right?
Yeah.
And that's for generations now. The things that they see and how they envision things, there is no thing of beauty. So like we tell people, beauty's in the eye of the beholder, and that beauty is subjective. No, it isn't. It's not. Things are objectively beautiful or they're not. Period. Things are objectively beautiful or they're not. And beauty is objective or it's not, because if other things aren't shitty, then there's nothing to be beautiful. So if everything is like, oh, who cares? Mind your own business. Don't worry about the garbage, right?
Yeah.
Like, well, then I don't know what beautiful looks like if I'm not noticing there's fucking garbage.
If I'm not noticing garbage, that's a really great point.
Yeah. So people will be like, well, you're a fucking hater of, why can't you just focus on the positive? And I say this all the time. The most negative person you can think of is someone who says positive vibes only. Because that person can't even deal with the adversity of any conflict. Right? It's positive vibes only. I can't hear a negative thought. I can't hear that. Take that over there. Take that over. And what they're doing is they're shunning any outside idea. They'll shun any outside influence, whether good or bad. There's nothing that they intake. A positive vibes only is the most toxic person, because even a negative person who's being outwardly negative, you can be like, hey man, you're being negative. Here's what, and it's reflective. And they're like, oh man, I'm sorry for yelling at you. Something. These people think they can do no wrong. That's where it comes like they become self-righteous. That's where it becomes, it's positive vibes only. We can't, I'm not even going to deal with Twitter. That's so bad. I'm going to Blue Sky, These people are insane.
The blue sky.
And it'll crash because why?
Yeah.
It's a toxic environment with their toxic thoughts that they're trying to keep in their own bubble. Right. And but that is the same people who are doom scrolling all day and want the content. That's the audience.
Right.
That the studios that are owned by these private equity firms are trying to make things for. They're making movie franchises for them. And they're just consumers. They don't want the art. They said they don't ever want to see Superman lose.
Yeah, dude, you just transitioned this into the final thing we were going to talk about beautifully, because it very much does tie in to all of the movies we watched this week. So you and I went ham on theatrical superhero movies this week. We saw, yes, he does. Big Spit does fuck. Everybody knows this. This is the truth. By the way, when people go, how do you know retards have big dicks? Well, do you know who I live next door to? Anyway, what I love about that is it's both an insult and a compliment, and the part of you that likes the compliment can't not accept it. Yeah. So
no, beauty is objective. Sorry to burst your bubble. You can bring your ugly girlfriend around and people will go like, oh, she's cute. And then somebody else will come around and you and your ugly girlfriend will go, wow, she's fucking hot.
Right.
Because that fine bitch that came over is objectively beautiful.
Objectively. Yeah. Yeah.
Both of you would objectively see her beauty above your girls.
Yeah, that's why there are those women who walk into places that are absolute head turners. Everyone in the place just goes, holy shit. You know what I mean? Like, that's proof that it is objective. And just because some black guy
suck the air out of a room, it's objective.
And just because some black guy will fuck that fat girl doesn't mean that she's also on the same level of beauty.
Because Lizzo's beautiful. Sure.
Right.
Sure. That's why she's trying to lose weight after all her fucking body positivity cope.
But it was so obvious when you look at these. Like, I think the big difference between Superman and Fantastic Four is you can see that Superman was a movie that James Gunn had a vision for, an artistic concept, and said, this is what this movie is going to be, and probably got some pushback from the studio or whatever. But I think ultimately, if you watch his interviews, he got to make his movie, and I think that's why a lot of people like it. And then we watched Fantastic Four last night, and I don't know if your takeaway was this, but it felt like there.
I thought it was a pile of shit, but
I felt like at one point there was a clear vision of like who these characters were going to be on this rendition of Fantastic Four and what the story was going to be and the tone was going to be. And then it felt like it just got studio fucked into oblivion, where it was like, well, you know, this is the thing that I did you feel this? There were so many moments in the movie where it felt like somebody in the room said, wait a minute, this is what so-and-so hated about the other Fantastic Fours. So we just have to steer away from that, or we have to steer away from the Miles Teller thing in the that they didn't like. And we have to steer away from the other Fantastic Four thing that they didn't like. And it's like, how about you just stick to the vision of what you
some of the scenes where like you're watching are like, did they just cut something? Was something said there that should have been there?
Yeah,
this scene doesn't make sense.
Yeah,
there was a lot of that.
There was a lot of stuff that felt like ADR too, like after, like they dubbed lines in later, so like that they changed dialogue in the editing process. Did you feel like that watching it?
Yeah, but like I said, I just thought it was a pile of shit. So but the bigger point of this is not to us reviewing movies or anything, but specifically on content versus art, and then going to this. I think James Gunn, to your point, James Gunn made a thing that he wanted to do and tell a story and set things up a certain way. And even though it's a big budget thing, it is still his artistic vision. I think this director of Fantastic Four had no artistic vision, and I think it was
the script sucked. The story, it sucked. The world building, I think everyone would agree, the world building was great. The set design and the sort of retro futuristic.
Yeah, but the retro futuristic was for no reason at this point, because it doesn't tie into the story. But the fact there's a different Earth, none of it mattered.
But at the very least, it was a choice, right? And so it's like, again, it's somebody had that vision of like, this is what we're going to do. And that was interesting. But yeah, I mean, this is the thing, is like James Gunn's Superman is great because at the end of the day, he wanted to write a movie about how him adopting a dog saved his life. And he basically wrote a crypto movie that became a Superman movie. Right. And at the core of it, it's a man and his dog.
Yeah, and right? It's a man's best friend sort of thing. Yeah, and it's relatable in that way. And they had to establish Superman saves people. At the end of the day, Superman saves people. So he's going to save a kitten out of a tree in the original Superman during a fight, or in Superman 2 when he's fighting Zod and the other two fucks. The antenna, the big top of a skyscraper comes off and is about to fall. He picks it up, flies it back to the top of the building, and then puts the fucking dude in a cage, and makes a cage out of it. So like he saved people mid-fight. That's like a thing. That's what Superman does. And like, so to showcase that again, instead of like, I want to see him do laser eyes the whole,
But I'll say there was a laser eyes scene payoff in the movie where we were like, I've been waiting for that for 7 Superman movies. Where
dude, he's never done that.
7 Superman movies.
Exactly. But the fact that I felt like that movie was like, okay, even though it's a big budget fucking, people could call it slop because it's, the Marvel, DC, Warner Brothers fucking.
Sure, yeah.
It still was artistic. And I think this one was nothing. It felt like a live action wannabe Incredibles movie. It was like just so going to the whole content versus art thing. There is a point where they just go, it doesn't matter. We just need to have this movie come out so we can have Doomsday. Like, okay, well then that
it's like filler
James Gunn. Yeah, and James Gunn's like, no, motherfucker, this is the Superman movie I'm gonna make. I don't give a fuck if you build movies after this. And fire me. Fire me after this, because I'm gonna make this movie.
This is my Superman movie, yeah.
And you can tell that's the difference, with how they're even presented. But but the content versus art thing is like, it's on the consumer. It's on the customer to start changing that shit. The demand for having nonstop content all the time will end as soon as they stop with the demand for nonstop content all the time. Stop watching it.
And here's what's really interesting is A-list. And I want to bring this up. So like last night we decide at fucking 11 that we're going to go see this 12:05 Fantastic Four. I go in to buy a ticket and it's like $30 to see it on Prime. And I'm like, well, I might as well buy fucking A-list because it's $27.99. It's actually $2 cheaper to buy a month of A-list than it is to buy a ticket for this movie. So I'll just sign up for A-list. Well, then what happens is you start going through and you go, well, if I can see 3 other movies in the next 7 days. So what the fuck is coming out? And so you're going to start taking more chances. It's sort of like working at a video store, having Netflix on your TV where you'll start watching shit that you otherwise might not watch.
Oh, foreign flick?
What'll be interesting to see, and Merrick posted this, he said a comedy with a budget under $1 million can make 20 times that with the right director. And I agree with that.
I agree wholeheartedly.
But, so what's really going to be interesting about things like A-list is like, at what point are studios going to start taking risks going, listen, if we just put a great fucking film in the theater, all these A-list people are going to go see it. And then word of mouth spreads and everything else. And so I really think like A-list is bringing the streaming model, like subscription streaming model to the theater.
Yeah. It honestly, it's the only way to go. Yeah, everybody will have to be. It was like, oh, you're not A-list. Be like, fuck. Man, you really should be. It'll be like having Netflix or anything. Like, oh, it'll be in theaters. If you have a family, there's no reason to not have like 2 of them on there. Like the wife, mom and dad, minimum, right? It's like it's ridiculous that it got to this point. But the only other thing is if the value of the dollar is just going to raise and we can start using nickels and dimes again.
I got to share this post. This made me laugh. Josh Denny fan goes, if you're trying to take Chrissy's spot on Nerdrotic, you're going to need nicer tits. Fair point, dog. Fair point. Anyway, continue.
Talk about Brigitte Macron's cock. That's actually funny.
Yeah. I don't want a 17-page lawsuit from Brigitte Macron. I think Candace is handling that and corner of the internet.
Ugh. It's probably a big old Macron, huh?
Imagine somebody calling you the wrong gender so much that you have to respond with a 217-page lawsuit. Like, I am not a man. This is like when Owen Benjamin was like, I'm not gay and I've never been gay. And I go, it sounds like you might be a little gay.
Sounds like you were gay once.
Sounds like you were gay.
Like you used to be gay.
There was one time at least where you may have dipped your toe
I'm
in.
not gay and I was never gay.
Let the record show I was never gay. Like when you yell never, sounds like you might have potentially have one time, maybe.
Relax, dude. Swartz is not here.
You've thought about it. You've definitely listen. If somebody goes, Josh, have you ever thought about being gay? At least once a day. At least once a day, I think about like what could my life
I know,
be like?
dude, because you think about retard cocks a lot.
Well, if that counts as gay, then it's 2 times a day that I think about gay stuff, at least. Because I definitely
counts as gay.
That counts as gay. I think it counts as religious because it's my way of going, if God takes their brain, he better give them a hog. Like that's me believing in the justice of the Lord,
The justice gang.
Yeah.
I think you would be way more leaning towards the gay if you had maybe one more bad breakup. Like if you had another one of those, you'd be like, all right, dude, it's time for cock.
Maybe, but I could totally. Well, I mean, I do this as a bit now on stage, but our conversation about, I think the closest I would get be like a Jim Norton. You know what I mean? Yeah. Where I'm like, well, I could do a Hunter Schafer. I could do a ladylike man with a cock, right? I would definitely go that route before I would go Bill Burr Black Ladies route for sure.
You would go with a guy with a dick before you go with a black chick?
You and I had this conversation and you agreed with me that you were like Hunter Schafer over Simone Biles. Did we not agree? Was this not a consensus?
No, you just tweeted it out.
No. Way more. Apparently I'm more racist than I am straight. Yeah.
I'm fucking Simone Biles because I can throw her little ass around, though.
Yeah, but this is about your obsession with tiny bitches. Like you have a fetish, or
yeah, and I don't want to fuck a tall guy.
He's not tall. Is Hunter Shaver tall?
Probably, it's a guy. So.
I don't think so. I don't think Hunter Shaver's tall. 5'10". I could do 5'10". I could do 5'10". I still got 2.
She's so. You think Hunter Schafer's fucking you though?
No, no,
yeah, I do.
No.
You have a McDonald's tramp stamp.
No, I mean at the least we probably take turns.
That nigga's putting his quarter pounder in you.
It's kind of funny though, because I just want to. I got to be honest. I'm going to share with you what just went through my head. It would feel weird to have someone behind me fucking me, but their tits on my back. And then I thought, that's what every woman I've fucked has had to experience, is my tits on her back. So
I think, honestly, if I'm going to be honest,
it would be very karmic. You know what I mean? For me to have,
if I'm be honest,
they're hitting me in the back.
I think your stomach hits them way before your tits would ever.
100%. But when sometimes I suck the stomach in,
you can get a little extra inch.
So I can get a little, and then then they get hit with tits, you know?
You don't have like swinging tits though.
No. They're perky. They're taut. Yeah, they're not.
Taut?
I don't have danglers. I'm not that kind of fat guy.
A couple of whippers, you know?
Yeah. You know some fat guys who have those full lady tits. Where they
I don't have full lady tits. I have some fat guy tits.
Yeah, you have like his sausage tits. You don't have danglers either, but you got a little more hang than I do to your titties.
Because there's a little swoop to them.
There's just a little
swoop,
just a little bit. It's a little
bit of weight,
little angle to your dangle, as it were.
There's a little weight.
There's a little weight. There's heft. You have some heft in them.
Yeah,
a little more heft than I do. But you know, my gut, it's all settles down there. So it's not like I'm better. It's just different placement.
I think I've asked you this before, but since we're on the subject and wrap it up, a superhero. What is your hero power and or name?
Oh, if I were an X-Man?
Well, you could be a mutant, or you could be just like any kind. Like you could be like the Punisher. He doesn't even have powers.
Yeah, but then that's not. I could do that now. I just get a bunch of guns and rage.
No, you can't.
Okay. Well, I'm not saying I'd be good at the Punisher, but I wouldn't be good at Punisher. I'm just saying I could do it.
No,
you know what I mean? Like my bulletproof vest isn't going to cover enough of my body.
The point of the Punisher is that he's good at it.
yeah, but I'm saying I could go try Punisher. I can't try Superman.
It wouldn't even be. I don't even know what it would be, but it wouldn't be punishment. It would be annoying. You'd be the annoyer.
I'd be the annoyer. Yeah. Oh, is he shooting us? She's shooting at us again.
Ugh.
Fucking fat fuck. Will he shut up?
It'd be funny if like when you saw Michael Myers walking in those Halloween movies, and you'd be like, "Damn, how does he do that? He's fast, just walking." Nobody's worried if you're the guy. You got to pick a power like flight or speed or something, because whatever it is, you got to be near them. And you don't even have Michael Myers walking speed.
There's never been a fat guy flying superhero. That would be funny. That they should just make that. That would be funny. Imagine being able to fly but also obese.
Yeah, with little wings.
Hilarious. Yeah. No, I would want to be able to shapeshift.
Well, of course.
Like I'd want to be able to shapeshift into
go gadget couch. You just want to mold into stuff. You don't really want to shift
that I can lay into.
You just gotta shift into a big black dick.
Yeah. So it would either be like shapeshifting or teleportation. You know what I mean?
Big difference.
Yeah, I would pick one of those two.
What do you want to shift into? A city block?
A better looking dude? I don't know. Like
you want to shape shift into a dude? I want to shape shift into a better looking guy.
Yeah.
Yourself or like inside of him? Yeah.
Yeah, well, that was where the teleportation would come in.
This is the third time a day.
This is the third time today. Listen, I appreciate your sense of humor, but I'm starting to feel offended, and I'm going to demand RAPEarations for this whole conversation.
Well, I just wanted to. I was trying to see if you are the type that would pick flight or something, and you went with.
No, I would want
to from one place to another. I just want you to hear yourself. I want you to hear yourself. I want you to hear yourself.
Fly there. I just want to go.
To skip flight.
I want to skip flight. I want to blip.
You're like, don't you want to fly and see the world fast? And you're like, what if I could just get there? And
yeah.
I mean, yeah, but I mean, like that is the most in the back of your mind is even that fat.
My favorite X-Men was always Nightcrawlers, so that's why I would want to be just teleportation.
That's funny. That's your ex-girlfriend's nickname.
That's so true.
Nightcrawler.
Maybe that's why I was interested in her. I was like, oh, Nightcrawler. And then
she just grabs a purple stick and then disappears.
She just started teleporting to other niggas' houses when I was out of town.
And when you catch her in the act, she just pretends she's speaking German.
Yeah.
Really, that's just her getting fucked, and it's like a record backwards. Like, you walked in on her getting fucked by a fuck, and then you fucking shapeshifted into, and it was you the whole time as the big black dick. You're like, tricked ya.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't have. If I could shapeshift, I wouldn't shift into a nigger. I mean, what would the point of that be?
I don't know, so you could fuck her.
No, why would I want to? No, I could have fucked her anyway. I just said no.
Where are you going?
Yeah. Why am I transforming?
I don't know, another shapeshift sound.
Autobot, yeah. Oh God. The only time if I could shapeshift that I would shapeshift into a black guy is so that I could hang around a bunch of other black guys and then shapeshift into a white guy. And then they go, can we all do that? And I go, no, just me.
You would do it just so you can like tell them that you're like the Christ or something.
No,
like,
I wouldn't.
Now watch this.
I wouldn't blaspheme.
Bow to me.
No, I wouldn't blaspheme as a shapeshifter.
I would definitely make it seem like it was some fucking voodoo shit.
You gotta answer. You gotta answer your question though. What would you pick?
I'll probably go with flight.
Yeah,
because I know it seems so obvious, but you know, I don't fly. I don't even get to like go fast on a regular basis. I don't fit in a lot of cars
or planes.
So like flying like Superman, I can just fly as fast as I can, like anywhere. That'll be. But the other one would probably be like Professor X, like telekinetic, like
move shit with your
mind control. Yeah. Like he's got telekinesis and shit.
Yeah, see, that's
like you could be talking right now, like Josh, I'm in your brain. Order me a pizza, you fat
That's
fuck.
why I have to believe that retards have big dicks. It's a Professor Xavier concept. He has a super mind and he can move things with his mind, but paralyzed.
Why is that? Why do you have to talk about dicks? I don't understand that part.
Well, I don't know. What else are they going to get? If he gave him other superpowers, I'd be fine with that. But I don't see any.
One time when I watched X-Men as a kid, was I like, dude, is his dick paralyzed?
Well, no, it is because you saw Born on the 4th of July. You know, from the waist, nothing works. Remember when he was pulling his unit out? That's the only scene I remember from that movie.
I don't remember that movie.
Mm-hmm. Traumatized me.
I think you have a lot of dick, like filing cabinet stuff.
I don't know what that means.
I mean, you just go to like, oh man, I remember that scene in that movie that had a dick that I didn't like, and this, Like you store like the dick scenes.
No, I don't.
In a dick Rolodex filing system.
No, I don't have a dick Rolodex. No Rolodex. I have a couple of loose dick memories that float around, from time to time. I don't have a whole filing.
You just got floating dicks.
I just got it's like 2 Post-its of dick memories that I go, oh yeah, remember that one?
They're floating though, and every once in a while they just randomly pop in. You're like, get out of here, you floating dick.
Yeah. The Born on the 4th of July one is one of the big ones where I'm like, well, I remember that when he took his dick out in front of everybody, and that was a big scene in the movie.
I don't even remember that movie at all.
Yeah, and then there was I'm trying. What other dick memories do I have?
Oh, dude, dicks.
Yeah, I don't remember. I guess maybe the end scene in Boogie Nights when he takes it out and starts doing karate in the mirror. That was shocking. Yeah.
But what you also have like a go-to thinking of like, oh, dude, you're probably talking about dicks.
No, it's not a go-to. It's only when we're talking about retards, and the only reason I care is that I want there to be a relative relationship between their lack of brain function and their hog size.
What that has to do with blood flow?
No, it feels like justice. If you're retarded, you should have a big dick. I think that's God being nice.
Is that how you explain black people?
Yes. It's
directly related to IQ, and that's why 100%. You explain Asians?
Yes. What are we talking about? Yes.
Huh.
This is how the world works since the beginning of time. You either have it up here or you have it down here. You rarely have both.
Wow, dude. So I am an anomaly.
No, you're the dumbest motherfucker that's ever And this is the thing.
That must be why I got this big ass dick and brains. And like, you don't have brains and your dick's not that big.
You can't deny the insult because of the implication. I guess I am the dumbest motherfucker that's ever lived.
At least that's what she said.
Oh, that's so good. All right, we're going to get out of here. That's a great place to end this episode. Support us on Patreon, patreon.com/Big Uglies Podcast. Shows coming up. We have New York, America Strikes Back, 9/27, Detroit 11/1, and then Boston and Vegas to follow shortly after that. JoshDennyComedy.com, Ugly Carl Spitali on X, at Josh Denny on X. Follow us over there, and we'll see you guys next week.